Yo, man, what the fuck?
You really fucked us over this time, dog. All you had to do was one thing, and you couldn't even fucking do that.
How did I fuck us over, huh?
Because you didn't show up like I told you to. You cost us money, you cost us reputation, you cost us bitches.
Oh yeah, sure, just blame me for all that other shit like you always do.
You didn't take the fucking order like I told you to. I'm not gonna stand for this shit.
Friends. The name itself brings ideas of love and trust. It can also be empty. A beautified box with an empty inside, sometimes used frequently with people who barely even know each other. A false sense of unity. That name could hold so much meaning, but in the wrong hands can deliver nothing. It all started when Cornelius or C came from the east. This wise ass didn't come for nothing. He knew what he wanted. He organized the SCFS, the South Central Firing Squad. He wanted to get leverage on the gangs in the city. Nothing would stop him from attaining his goal. Then there's Darren, or D is what I like to call him. He idolizes Cornelius. Came into the gang a few years ago. You could say that he's his bitch, but I won't say much. There's me. I joined primarily because I needed niggas to hang with. I don't do that hood shit, but I know what goes on. Cornelius knows my boundaries, so instead of doing the dirty work, I just sit around and watch to make sure we don't get caught. Then there's Jared, the newbie. He came from the Bay, pretty smart kid. He came in because he said he needed friends to chill with. We sometimes call him the foreigner because he acts out of place. Cornelius messes with him from time to time. Anyways, Cornelius wanted control. He was ruthless for what he wanted. Months ago, we were hanging out and we saw Jared walking. We called him out and we talked a bit. He told us where he was from and what he did. We asked him if he was riding with anyone. We didn't want any informants, snitches, or anyone who was messing with the rival. We told him we were a crew that looked out for each other and took care of the streets. He seemed interested. He wanted in. We told him the deal, and after that, the rest was good. Things went off well at the start. We bonded, we chilled, we all got along. Suffice to say, we're all looking out for each other until the test came. C wanted Jared to display his loyalty to the crew. From the good times we had, I thought that Jared wasn't going to back out. C and D had him do small things here and there. He did them well and C was proud of him, but I felt something different. Me and Jared met up and he told me how he was feeling. He didn't expect to be involved in these type of activities. I knew he wanted out, but knowing C, once you're in, you're in. C hates quitters. I tried to assure him that all was good and that we'll look out for him. I couldn't help but see Jared suffering, doing things against his conscience, a beating on the brain. I know the hurt inside he was feeling, but there was nothing I could personally do. Unbeknownst to Jared, C and D had no regard for him. They shamed him. They only used him. They cared less about his efforts and cared more on the ways they benefited. Sad thing was, Jared saw it differently. He assumed he was pleasing and vibing with them despite his inner turmoil.
Yeah, second round, bro. Let's get this shit.
You got it.
Once, Jared chickened out on a major deal. We would have gotten a lot of rep. We would have had control, but Jared froze. Deep down, I knew that Jared wasn't for this life. He's too smart. He had a future ahead of him outside this jungle. The final straw came when Jared was supposed to meet up with a dealer at a certain time, but he didn't show up. He dipped. C and us found him in the alleyway. When he got into the car, C gave him shit.
What the fuck, dog? You had one thing to do.
He was more crazy than before. We drove out and that's when C gave him his full attention. I wanted to help, but like I said, I had no say.
I'm not gonna stand for this shit!
It was tough to watch. Unfortunately, Jared trusted him. He gave his trust to us. He wanted real friends. I wish I told him of C's temperament beforehand. He didn't see it coming. It's a mad world. He didn't see it coming. It's funny, everyone can call each other a friend, but that word is tossed around too much. It's like a beautified box on the outside, but on the inside, it's empty.